Hello and welcome back to HWLRADIO.COM. You're here with your main man Hollywood, and today, I don't know what the fuck is going on in America, but California now wants to tax text messaging. I know it sounds crazy, but here goes the story. December 11th, texting your sweetheart that you're on your way home, California may soon charge you for that. This is no laugh out loud matter, critics say. State regulators have been getting up a scheme to charge a fee for text messaging on mobile phones to help support programs that make phone services accessible to the poor. The wireless industry and business groups have been working to defeat the proposal, now scheduled for a vote next month by the California Public Utilities Commission. It's a dumb idea, said Jim Wonderman, president of Bay Area Council, business-sponsored advocacy group. This is how conversations take place in this day and age. And it's almost like saying there should be a tax on conversations we have. It's unclear how much individual consumers would be asked to pay their wireless carrier for texting services under the proposal, but it likely would be billed as a flat surcharge per customer, one of those irksome fees at the bottom of your wireless bill, not a fee per text. Business groups including the Bay Area Council, California Chamber of Commerce, and Silicon Valley Leadership Group, and others opposing the idea, calculated the new charges for wireless consumers could total about $44.5 million a year. But they add that under the regulator's proposal, the charge could be applied retroactively for 5 years, which they call an alarming precedent, and could amount to a bill of more than $220 million for California consumers. A dense California Public Utilities Commission report laying out the case for the texting surcharge says the public purpose program budget has climbed from $670 million in 2011 to $998 million last year. But the telecommunications industry revenues that fund the program have fallen from $16.5 billion in 2011 to $11.3 billion in 2017, it said. This is unsustainable over time, the report says, arguing that adding surcharges on text messages will increase the revenue base that funds programs that help low-income Californians afford phone service. From a consumer's point of view, surcharges may be a wash, because if more surcharge revenues come from text services, less would be needed from voice services, said CPUC spokeswoman Constance Gordon in a statement. Generally, those consumers who create greater texting revenues may pay a bit more, whereas consumers using more voice services may pay less. Wonderman said he's unaware of any other local, state, or federal program that taxes texting, and the wireless industry has argued the state commission even lacks legal grounds for doing so. The CTIA, which represents the U.S. wireless communications industry, including AT&T Mobility, Sprint, T-Mobile, and Verizon, said in legal filings to the commission that texting is an information service like email, not a telecommunications service subject to commission's authority. The Federal Communications Commission is expected to affirm that Wednesday at a meeting, the CTIA said, which would confirm that the State Utilities Commission has no authority to impose surcharges on text messaging. Beyond that, the wireless industry argues a surcharge on texting would put carriers at a disadvantage with competing messaging services that wouldn't be hit with the new fees, such as Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp, Apple's iMessage, and Microsoft Skype. Those kinds of services account for almost triple the volume of wireless carriers' share of the more than 3 trillion text messages sent in 2018 alone, according to the CTIA. Subjecting wireless carriers' text messaging traffic to surcharges that cannot be applied to the lion's share of messaging traffic and messaging providers is illogical, anti-competitive, and harmful to consumers, the CTI said in its filings. In a letter to commissioners urging them to drop the plan, business groups and other critics added that wireless customers already pay a surcharge for the public purpose program, which they said are healthy and well funded, with nearly $1 billion in the budget. But the commission in a proposed decision by an administrative law judge included in principle that the commission should assess its public purpose program surcharges and user fees on all text messaging services revenue, and that it has the necessary authority to do so. Asked about the idea after he checked his text messages in downtown San Jose, Juan Gutierrez, 25, who works for a delivery service, said it sounded absurd. California just doesn't stop trying to get money out of you. What's next? And you know what? I feel you on that, because like, who in the fuck sits back and thinks of this dumb shit? Like, all the problems we got going on in the world, you mean to tell me, and the shit y'all got going on with the border and the motherfucking people that's coming from overseas, all this shit y'all got going on down there, the forest fires and everything, and y'all motherfuckers is thinking about taxing motherfucking text messages? And y'all could write bills for all this other bullshit, and y'all want to take care. So y'all mean to tell me y'all don't want to put the bums or the motherfucking people out, the homeless people, y'all don't want to put them in homes, but y'all want to give them text messages? What the fuck is that gonna do for somebody homeless? I just don't understand y'all motherfuckers. That's gotta be a slap in the motherfucking face of anybody smart. But somebody dumb, they ain't gonna know how to take it. But they smack the shit out of you. Because I'm like, damn. They like, man, this motherfucker. Boy, I tell you. The government's something else, y'all. Y'all better watch these motherfuckers. And y'all better pay attention to these laws, because it's a lot of laws trying to go down behind people's back. It's a lot of them. That's why I'm here. Because I'm going to put that shit out. And hopefully y'all go take a stand for this shit and vote against it. Because if you don't, they're going to put that shit through. And 9 times out of 10, even if you vote against it, they're going to put it through any damn way. Because they do what they want. But that's going to be the show for today. So make sure you go over to HWLRADIO.com, download the radio station app. Make sure you check out the sponsors page and shit. I'm out.